This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Whoa. What is up, everybody? LeagueLess here with another episode of the Beginner's Guide. I'm gonna jump right in. Alright, the performance is beginning. Please, places please. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are at a gathering of professionals. First off, you will start out leaning against the wall. Okay. Good, stay right there. The woman across the room is in this chair, is a professional photographer of animals. It is your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her. Gain some knowledge. Go on, say something to her. Hello? Hello? That's it? That's not a conversation. You need to actually converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. I like you. No. That's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was like just one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it is that you need to... there are a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them will replace the people nearby. Now, talk to her again. Okay. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. You're messing it all up again. You'll freak her out if the conversation gets too personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important this was for me? I'll never get an opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on this. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Back this way? How far? Oh, snap. Okay, yes, now it's working.
This eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Jeez. Okay, June 2010. Mobius trip. To play this, you need to keep your eyes closed. Click to begin. What? I'm not going to keep my eyes closed. What's going on? Can we do anything? Something enormous just appeared on the radar. Oh gosh, is that a door? Help, I'm blind. Me too. Please, someone talk to me. Can you do something? Can you fix this? Well, that's ahead. Turn left. We're gonna hit it. Prize. Oh, we start over. I can't see anything.
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Is there? Please, someone talk to me. What's up there? Can we get up there? Is there a door? This is the door, maybe? Oh, yeah. Boing. Oh, jeez. The only way to stop it to speak. I'm frustrated. I don't even know what he said. Let's try it again. Truth. The only way to stop it is to speak something that is honest. I can't keep making these. Yes, that's it. That's the truth.
Like I said, I was getting concerned.
I don't feel it anymore.
First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Maybe he was busy. December 2010. Oh, that's bright. Hello? Where did this island come from? Pretty nice looking tree. Oh, look, there's another one. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I've talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. Kinda. When I try to create, I feel empty. Oh no. What happened? Did something change? I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me to start it again. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. What?
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
Boy, I know this puzzle.
From my perspective at the time, and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Alright, first you open the door. Then you gotta, no. Now you have to close the first door, so boom, close that. Alright, now you gotta press this switch here. This one, right? You see it? Yeah, now press this switch here. Aha! Ha! That was so simple. I can't believe I never saw this before.
It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Someone crying? You have to say that game development is simple and joyous, and that you love it 100% of the time. Alright, making games is effortless. Oh. That feels wonderful. But it wasn't true. Don't worry about it, just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. When I make games, I feel completely energized.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me. I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
Yo, girl, what's up? Can I get in there? Is it like a... Can I like... Oh.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
Jeez. It was 5, then it was like 6, then 7. The machine. Alright. What's up, dude? Ma'am, I'm glad to see you arrive safely. We've captured the machine and it's waiting for you now. You can begin interrogating whenever you like. I'm a girl, okay. I intend to be quick. I'm a manly girl. Very good. Just to be warned, someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Alright. Oh, will we get the, hi. Hi. Yeah, thank you. Okay, bye. Okay. Alright.
And of course, it's
You
the
stopped.
machine.
You stopped feeding us. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you've put them through? So here's what's gonna happen. You need to go out and apologize to them. Well, go on. No, nothing. Seriously, you're just gonna sit there. You're just gonna look at me. You're just gonna sit there and look at me. Just 2 eyes. All right then. I will speak to them for you.
Okay. I told you guys I was a manly lady. Okay. My friends, hi everybody. My name is Weston. I'm here to talk to you about the bad news that I have to deliver. The machine will not apologize to us. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We do not need its games. Let it show us that we're not failures. Follow me, we'll destroy the machine, or follow me, we'll destroy the games. Let's just destroy the machine. Yeah, let's go, angry mob style. Come on, this way. What?
Where are you?
Oh, heck yeah, son. Pew, pew. It's like paint. Pew, pew, pew. Die. I can shoot everything, yo. Yeah.
So now the work is becoming
Coda.
self-destructive.
I'll make sure
And
your
I'll tell
work
you,
dies
at the
here.
time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realized that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback. So, what if I did it for it?
Just
If
die.
you could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Get wrecked. Get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
I'm the angriest lady ever. Uh-oh.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
There you are. We meet again, brother. Your time has come.
Put down your weapon.
Die!
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something... I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
Did I win? Did I beat the machine?
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
Oh,
So
snap.
let's take a look.
That kind of sucks. The tower. Oh, some nice bass and cello, I see. Okay, nice hardwood floors here. Left or right? Let's go left. I'm left-handed, so.
And this is where I have
Oh,
trouble
no,
saying
okay.
anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's
type.
trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
$10 is gonna drop. Is it a gate? $10. Drop. No? Oh man. Okay, I guess I go. Oh, you guys $10. Guess it just fell.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Really? Oh god.
Except that
was that?
all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then
really?
every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
All right. I got mad B-hop skills, yo.
And to be fair, it's
That's
not
weird.
like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
15, 16, 17. Okay, 15. 16. 17. Right? Yeah. There we go. Pretty clean. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can jump to this area before falling. Hey, I can. I guess. Let's go down.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's
Oh,
literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
I feel you.
I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Sure, thanks, man. Look at that right there. Oh, I can close it too.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I don't know
maybe
why
not.
I would be. It's not
Yeah.
like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
Maybe they were a secret, Davey. You ever think
I
about
just
that?
felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
Let's go right this time. I feel like it leads, back to the same place. Nah, Davey, I don't think you failed, mate.
Where did I screw up?
I don't know. Left the game. Haha. Oh. Dear
I'm
Davey.
the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did.
What'd you do?
I poisoned it for you.
Thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore. Yo, that's kind of mean, fam. Who said that? Was that Coda?
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think that I am making these games for you. You've so
And
infected my personal
the people
space.
who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
You've so infected my personal space that is impossible. I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere, hidden between games. Solutions? If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them?
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
Would you simply let them be what they are? When I am around you, I feel physically ill. That's kind of mean. You desperately need something, and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and you make peace with the one thing that
I'm
you're
afraid
wrestling.
that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Oh, did I miss something? Oh. And when you finally see it, what I'm talking about, don't say anything.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Davey, you good, bro? I know it's kind of mean of him to say, I guess. But maybe he's right. Maybe. Epilogue. Maybe you invaded his personal space. Is this still the tower, or just like a different game?
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease. Solution.
It's pretty cool looking, I guess. It's like a mansion. Kind of barren, though.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Okay. Pretty big door there. Ooh, some nice granite. Granite's expensive, yo.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Yo, what's in here? Hello? Oh. Yo, what the mess? Where's this place? Davey, what did you do, man? Did you make him mad? Seems like you kinda did. Maybe not mad, just
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like. What now?
I don't know. What now? Why are you asking me? You're the one who made the game. Well, I guess you didn't make the... You're the one who narrate the game. Wait, go where?
And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. So I'm just gonna... Okay.
Bye, Davey. That's it, man? You're just gonna leave us like that? Alright, I don't need you. I got my subs. My, like, was it 85? Thank you, guys, by the way. So I think we're nearing the end of this game. It was pretty interesting. It was really weird. It's pretty neat, though. I guess Coda really didn't like what Davey did, I guess. That's, you know, you can't please everybody. Even if it looks like they want to be pleased. It just doesn't happen. Oh. Looks like an elevator. I wonder, like, if it can, like, if I, like, have to go when this door passes, or, like, can I go back up to the top? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I bet you it'll stop, though, actually. Yeah, it stops. Alright, we can keep going. What's here? Oh, it's more. Yo, is that one of them? I think so. It's one of them thingies that I jump in, right? It's like that one where she asked me to jump in to, like, sacrifice myself, I think. Oh. Is that like thunder? I think that's in the game. It's raining outside right now, but I think it's in the game. Yeah, I think so. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. We're moving. Oh, it's black. Is that it? Oh. Can I move? I can't move. This is weird. It's pretty. I wonder how I made this map. It's made. Kind of disoriented. Music is wonderful.
Turn back.
Oh, that's the end.
Turn back from this cave.
was a really good game, guys. I actually really enjoyed it.
But the cave goes for miles and miles and miles.
It was weird, but
And
I think
you're so
I feel like it really connected with me.
But I know that you're strong. So turn back. Turn back.
Wow. Well then, the beginner's guide, everyone. This was a really good game. It was. I kind of wish it had been longer, but you know, I feel like it was a good series to put out there. If you guys liked this game, I recommend purchasing it for yourself and just playing through it. You know, yeah, I really do. If you guys like this, make sure to leave me a like. Thumbs up is always appreciated, you know, help my channel grow. Thank you guys so much for the 85 subscribers. I finally, you know, I've kind of been not really posting that much recently. And I kind of been, I guess, feeling like Coda in a way. Yeah, I'm really going to try to start getting back into it. A lot of big things are to come with the channel. I know I've said that a lot in the past, but I feel like this time, you know, maybe has some actual volume to it. Yeah, if you guys like this, you know, make sure to leave me a like and a comment. If you guys have any other suggestions for games that I can play, go ahead and leave those, drop it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And I guess I'll see you in the next one. Peace.